so welcome to lesson 3 of Obby Creator High School. This time we're going to be covering part effects, and we have 2 actual classmates with us. And yeah, we have people now. So as I said in last video, in like the description, if you want to join these videos, you can if you want to, but like I'll be recording. There should be like a group link in my Roblox group, so you can like just join that, go into link, and just see if I'm recording or not. Usually I am, because I post now once every 2 days ish. Yeah, somewhere around that. But anyways, let's get along with the video. Let's go into edit mode. And first we're gonna just grab a part. And time for the effects. Okay, so the first effect is fire. All you have to do is just click on what effect you want and press add. Then it gives it some fire effect. You can change the color. This is like the inside color, so if you just change it to, I think it's like the outside color. So you want it to be like kind of bright. Something like, you can do green. Secondary color is kind of like shading, I guess. You can make it like, yeah, secondary color, there isn't really much to it. But heat kind of rises how far it'll go up. So if I put heat to like 1, it's going to be like really small. If I put heat to, let's say 20, it's going to rise up a lot. And then we have size. If we put size to as like 1, it's going to become like very small. If you make it 10, it's going to become like a flaming, I don't know, like a forest fire. Something like that. But that's basically it for fire. And next we have, actually I'll go on to kind of like the particle effects first. So smoke, we have, it's basically like fire, but it can make one of those cooling smoke effects. The opacity is like how see-through it is. You can make it 1 to make it like really blurry. You can make it 0 to make it basically invisible. Rise velocity is kind of like, you increase it to like 100, it's gonna rise a lot. If you increase it to 1, it's gonna kind of be small, sort of. Next is size. We can make it 1 to make it small. Then, you know, the bigger it gets, the bigger the smoke. But yeah, you can also change the color for that one too. Next, we have sparkles. For sparkles, you can only change color. So, not much customization. You can't even change how many sparkles there are. And, yeah. Next, we have, I think that's basically it for the particle effects. Next, we're going to go into the light effects. So, we go into light, add 1. It just makes the room brighter. Like, as you can see, I have, oh, eternities here. But anyways, as you can see, I just have light effects, not on here, but like in the actual classroom. Because if I put it on here, there's going to be some shadows that are really unnecessary. So, if I just make brightness to 5, it's gonna be really, really bright. If I make range to 50, it's gonna be like blinding. Shadows, false and true. If it's false, it makes it really bright. If it's true, it kind of like takes in the shadow. The color, you can make it like blue. It's kind of like the neon light thing. But yeah, that's basically it for light. Next we have spotlight. It's like a bit different than light. You have like an angle to how much space it covers. It's kind of like one of those studio spotlight things. So if I put angle to like 90, it's going to be like 90 degrees. And brightness, it's like the same as the previous one. Color, same as the previous one. Range is going to be how much it covers, but in the angle, sort of. So if it's like 90 and range is like 50, it's gonna go 50 towards the 90, like the direction. Shadows, same thing. If you want to like change the angle, you can just like rotate it. That's the only way you can change if it looks up or down. But spotlight usually goes in one direction, so the angle just is how much space it will cover. Okay, so next we are going to have, let's see, we got everything for light covered, so I guess it's time to put in, yeah, outline. I forgot about that. But basically you can choose an outline, and it can outline the whole part. Bear in mind that if you use this on like a circle or a cylinder, it's still gonna just show the hitbox, you know. And there's transparency. You can just make it transparent. Yeah, very simple. Surface transparency. So there's like a surface to outline. If you make it something like this, it's gonna cover the whole part. So like some people, here's the demonstration, they get a push ball. As you can see, there's like a very clear hitbox. So you click it, you add an outline. If you make this surface to like 0, it's gonna be something like this. And it's really weird because you can, people will think it is a push block, but it's actually a push ball, and you can just move it around really weirdly. It's kind of cool. But yeah, that's basically it for outline, except for line thickness, which basically you might probably know what it is. It just like increases the thickness of the line. If you make it 1, it becomes very thick, or the max is 0.25. If you make it something like 0.05, it's gonna be really, really thin, as you can see. So let's go on with the fun stuff. We have image. We add an image. Notice that you can't really see the image right now. That's because there's a face thing. It has to face the direction you're looking at. So if we just turn around, yeah, see, the image is right here. You can kind of just do this. I'm gonna turn it around to something like here. If I change this face thing to, let's see, if this is front, we're gonna change it to right, and yeah, boom, it appears on the right side. And you can have any image ID you want. You just have to go into the creator marketplace, find an image you like, and just slap it on there. I'll find something. Actually, no, I have an example right here. So this is an image. This is also an image. And yeah, you can basically just create your own images also, if you just upload them to Roblox. The image color just changes the color. So if I make it green, boom, the image is green. There's the back. So I would say put transparency to 1, since you don't really want the back white box. And image transparency, you can change the transparency of the image, and that's about it. There's also a back color, but if you're going to turn back off, you probably don't really need it. So yeah, that's that. We also have, where is it? There's text. After this, I'll go on with textures. So text, you open it up, and there are many different options. There is the size, the position. I haven't really touched on position and size because like it's kind of complicated. You have to make it something like 0.9. If I were to do this, it becomes smaller. So that's why the position has to be the total size minus the sizing divided by 2, because you're putting it at 2 different areas. So 0.05, 0.05. That just centers everything. Rich text is kind of like sizing your text as a whole to the actual part. There's also pixels per stud, which I'm using right now, and fixed size. Fixed size makes it look better. in my perspective, because like it's actually clear, whereas pixels is like you can actually see the pixels. And face, same thing. Back transparency, same thing. You can find a font that you like. There's many different ones, like many different ones. And let's see, text color just changes the color. Text outline color, you can make it, for example, if I want an outline, I can do this and put transparency to 0. Boom, we have an outline. And it kind of stands out more. That's basically it for text. Now we're going to go into textures. This is like, as you can see, there's many different Obby creators. It's fairly self-explanatory. You find an image you want, and since you don't want the image to be too blurry, you can use textures to kind of like repeat the same pattern over and over again. This only works on images that have repeating patterns, so if it doesn't match up, I would say just choose a different image that actually has a repeating pattern. So next we're gonna go over to the offset studs. This basically changes the offset. So if it's you, I'm guessing it goes up and down. So if I press 1, it's left and right, I think. Yeah. Basically it changes the left and right value to actually just move along the texture. You can also have offset studs V, which should be up and down. So I put it to 1 or 0.5, 0.25. Something like that, you know, I guess that's centering it. You can change the studs per tile, so if you want to make the actual texture bigger, you can do something like 5. And it kind of stretches it out, so I'll do 5 here if it's like a square texture. Obby Creator is lagging for me, so that's that. And that's basically it for the tutorial. Like, I did a lot of talking, and I think I fairly got the idea across for each one. The most important thing to note here are that you need the IDs, because that's what you mostly use, and the position and sizing, because those will actually be kind of important if you want to just like tidy things up. And yeah, that's basically it for this video, and we got 3 classmates. Hopefully they stay for next video, I don't know. But yeah, that's it for this video. Goodbye and stay safe, and I'm not going to ask you all to subscribe, because like if you want to, you can. It really supports me, but that's all for today. So yeah, bye!